Hi, this is Mark Johnson with Hobie. I'm here today to go over a quick start video on the iTrek series. All the boats have the same seats, the same steering, the same drives. So one video how I set up the i9 will suffice across the whole board. The only difference is the 14 has 2 seats and 2 drives. The FIESTA has 4 seats and 2 drives, but connecting the seats to the boat and the rudder and putting the drive in the well is all the same. Your boat's going to come with this beautiful bag. It's got ripstop nylon in gray, which merchandises with the seat. It also has a nice carrying handle here and on each side. The first thing I do is get ready to inflate the boat. So I get the pump ready to go. I insert the handles into the side so my hands fit on there nicely. Tighten them down, both sides. You also notice on the pump, you have a nice gauge so you can see how high you're inflating the boat. You also have the inflation outtake, and this is for deflating the boat. Also, the pump has 2 settings: single action when it's to its left and double action. So what that means is single action, it's only pumping on the way down. Double action means it's pumping up and down. You use that method when the boat is not too highly inflated, and then when it gets to a PSI of about 5 to 6, you switch to single so you can get it up to 10 PSI. So we're going to get ready to inflate our boat. The pump that you'll receive comes in a box, and inside the box there are 2 adapters that go to the intake and the outtake. So pull the pump out. One adapter goes on this end, that's the inflation side. Then this other adapter goes on here. Adapter on top of that, that's for the deflation side. We're just going to plug it into a 12-volt outlet in your car, and then we'll connect it to the boat. One of the differences in the series is the iTrek 9 Ultralight is a single chamber. You can inflate it to 10 PSI. The other boats are triple chamber construction. The side pontoons you inflate to 3 PSI, and the main body drop stitch goes to 10 PSI. The boat will come strapped, really compact. So we take the strap off, and then we start unfolding the boat. Unfold all the way to the front, the 2 sides. Okay, so with the valve on the boat, to have the inflation with your electric pump, you push the valve down and go quarter turn to the right. That opens up the valve. To close the valve, you go to your left and it pops up. That holds the air inside the boat. So right now I'm going to go ahead and inflate the boat with the electric pump, turn it on, and let it do its thing. Once you start to hear the electric pump whining, that means it's at its max capacity for inflation. So you're quickly going to remove turn the pump off, you're going to remove it, and as soon as you remove it, you need to close the valve. So you're going to turn to your left and pop up. So 1, 2, 3, boom, popped up. That's as much as it's going to do with the electric. And then we'll switch to our manual pump. So we connect the hose to the outtake, and we connect the hose to the boat in the valve. We make sure we're on double action, which is on this side, because double action is a lot of air when there's not a lot of pressure in the boat. So I'm at about 8 PSI. That's the point I'm going to switch over to single action, where I'm only pushing air downward. So ideally I'm going to get it to 10 PSI. And I'm watching the gauge the whole time so I can judge how much air is in there so I don't overinflate the boat. Okay, so now I'm at 10 PSI. So I'm going to remove the hose. Boat's inflated and ready to start assembling. That whole process took 4 minutes. Now I'm going to show you what comes with the iTrek Ultralight. Of course, you have the boat hull, you have the rudder, repair kit, seat, cup holder, you got the drive. The drive's going to come disassembled. I'm going to show you in a moment how to assemble the drive. It's very simple. You have your 3-piece sup paddle, you got your electric pump, you have your Super F manual pump, and then you also have your owner's manual. Inside your owner's manual will come with an Allen wrench. That's to tighten down your cranks. The iTrek 11 and 14 come with a 4-piece kayak paddle, and the Ultralight and the FIESTA come with a 3-piece sup paddle, which I'll show you later in this video how to put together. So here's your drive unassembled. Just a couple of things while I have it right here is you got the kick-up fins, which is key for when if you happen to hit a rock in shallow waters, you're not going to bend your mast. Super innovative. As soon as you start kicking, the fin engages going forward again. Another thing to note, the front of the drive always has the pulley forward. So now we're going to install the cranks. First thing to do is remove the bolt, and you get the crank. Pedal faces out, facing forward. This is the right-hand side. Get it to fit in the slot, then push the button down and slide it into place. Then you align the hole. The bolt goes through like that. You got your Allen wrench to finish the assembly. Crank goes down. And you want to make sure you don't crank this down too much. It just needs to be snug. If you go too much, it's not going to have easy motion for easy adjustment. Now that your cranks are assembled, your MirageDrive is ready to roll. Next, I'm going to show you how the seat goes on the boat. The first thing we do is grab the strap, put the seat up, and clip the clip into this nylon buckle. Clip it shut. That side's done. Do the same to the other side. This keeps your seat from falling backwards. So then that's set. Then you kick the front legs forward, put it in place. Move those out of the way so you're clear space, and your seat goes right inside and just clips really solidly inside the seat holder. Put the bungee around the backside, and the last thing we do to the seat is we have a clip here that adjusts to the D-ring forward. So we clip that in place, loosen up the strap a little bit, clip it in place, and then we tighten it down. And your seat is securely fastened to the boat. So much so, you can pick the whole boat up with the seat. Next, I'm going to show you how to put the rudder onto the boat. The first thing I do is I attach the rudder onto the rudder gudgeon. There's this little slot right here. It fits right down in this slot, and you have a pin. What you want to do is push it down until you hear the pin engage. Pull, boom, it's engaged, it's attached. The next thing I'm going to do is attach the handle. I like steering with my left hand. You can also clip it to the right side of the seat. What we do is we slide it from the back forward, boom, engage. You feel the pin engaged in the handle. It's not going anywhere. We can put the cup holder on the other side. I just push that button down, boom, clicks into place. Neat feature in the seat is we've included an extra rudder pin. Just in case the rudder pin in the back broke, you would have an extra on board, so you could do a quick, easy fix. It's a manual thing that you could do by hand in a minute. To talk about the seat a little bit, it's got this nano mesh fabric that drains really easily. It keeps you nice and dry. It's got the same ripstop nylon that we have on our bag. It's just a really comfortable ergonomic chair. Next, you're gonna do your up, down for your rudder. You clip it into this pad eye, and it's a simple tug upward, pull straight up, rudder goes down, pull straight up again, the rudder comes up. just the basics of it. It has this bungee cord. As soon as it gets over center, right about here, it pulls itself down. Same way deploying the rudder. It gets to a certain point over center and boom, it pulls it back in. So it's a real basic motion to get it to go up and down. I'm going to get in the boat right now and I'm going to show you the motion. To get the rudder up and down, I recommend that you have the rudder straight in the straight position. It's more difficult to get the rudder to go up and down if it's turned all the way on its side. It kind of fights itself. So rudder straight, grab a hold of the plastic, and it's a simple straight pull up and let go. Pull up, let go. So it's not pull to the side, it's not pull to this side, it's not pull forward, it's straight up, straight down. The next thing I'm going to do is assemble the 3-piece SUP paddle. The first thing I do is attach the bottom to the paddle, push the button, clicks into place. Then I have the top part, fits in, put the handle out. So here you have your height measurements. You find your height, you adjust the paddle to your height, you clamp shut the clamp that keeps it in place. A rule of thumb is you want the paddle to go to the upper edge of your wrist. That's a good paddling height. Next, I'm going to show you how to install the GT Mirage drive with kick-up fins. First thing you do is remove the cassette, then pulley facing forward. You want to push it down until you hear the click. The click actually locks the drive in place like so. So these tabs want to face forward towards the front of the boat. When you want to remove it, push the tab backwards, pull up, and your Mirage drive is out of your boat. Once your Mirage drive is properly installed, you can go ahead and adjust for your length. You want your legs to be a little bit bent at its full length. You want to have a little slight bend to your knee. You don't want to have it stretched out all the way. You put together this high-performance steering rudder and the Mirage drive, you have a boat that performs like none other. A couple features of the boat that's sitting here, you got a handle in the tail. We have a nice bungee in the back where you could hold a cooler or your gear for when you're out on the water, but it's also a great place for an H-crate. You can clip the H-crate right down to these D-rings. You can put a rod holder on it to go fishing. It's a very convenient place to stash your gear. One of the neat features about this chair is that when you remove it from the boat, it acts as a great beach chair, really comfortable. Next, you're going to notice this real comfortable EVA pad that's underneath the chair and also in the standing area where you can stand up on the boat. So here your boat is completely rigged up. So it's real simple to get it on and off the water. Undo the cable keeper. Undo your rudder. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll our rudder up with our up-down mount in attached. And we're going to go inside the seat back, put it fully inside, all the way down, like that. Then we're going to simply remove your bungees, unclick your boat. You're going to move it forward. When you move it forward, you're just going to unclick your hold downs in the front. Click. Now your seat's free to go. Fold it up, unclick your Mirage drive, grab your paddle. So this would be an example, like say you're going to pick up and go to a different location on the lake. So you're going to pick your boat up, you're going to put it inside your car. So when you're done, you've hit the new location, you're going to go ahead and put your seat back on. So we're going to do everything we just did in reverse. So the first thing we're going to do is put the kickstand down, a clip in the front, other side. Push it down, bungees, remove your seat, your rudder. You gotta undo it, just like you did it before. Rudder on, cable keeper, and you're on the water. I hope this video has been helpful for getting you on the water as fast and efficiently as possible. Also, if you have further questions, you can go to Hobie.com. We have product support pages there that you could look at to get further detailed information. You also have a whole lot of information inside your owner's packet.